Welcome to the live chat. Now, well, that's interesting. I'm kind of curious about that. Confirm your age to go live. Ooh, just getting started here, guys. Give me a moment or two, minute or two. Oh, wait a second. I got things I got to do here first. Got to hit that button. Got to hit that button. Got to hit this button. Got to hit this button over here. There we go. Got that button over there. Oh, Dan. Oh, look at all these people showing up already. Pressure. What's happening? Who's here? Adrian. Calvin Hill. Seed we here. Okay, let's get out of there. Let's get out of there.
This fucker's been in office for a week, and he's already gone after one of the most...
Wow. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I don't know which one I'm signed in over here at. Okay, see what happens. We'll see what happens. Stop recording there. I'm still getting warmed up here, guys, so just give me a few seconds while I'm getting warmed up. We've got Facebook running, Instagram running, TikTok running, YouTube running, other TikTok. Why isn't this one working properly? Okay. There, and there. Everything look good? Everything looks good. Alrighty. Let's see who's here tonight. Let's see who's here. Adrian's here. Calvin's here. Two big guy twos here. Fishbait. Beto. David Lewis. What's happening? Angela Smith, how are you today? Gesture, Daddy, you don't reply me when I text you. Well, alrighty then. I'm a little disturbing that you call me Daddy. Nobody calls me Daddy, not even my kids. A little disturbing, but all right. Kenny's here. Jim Bowley, what's happening? Odem, what's happening? Jay Cooley, that right? I missed that one. Okay, Jay Cooley. Fernando Jackson, what's happening? Everaldo Defreet. Okay. Fayette. Julio, how you doing? Pete's Card Core. Okay, Pete, how you doing? User 99779720027. Why couldn't your parents just name you Peter or Tom, Ted, Phil, Paul? Lance, how you doing? Telco person. Okay. J Dubs. Okay. Gar, how you doing? B Rad Daddy, what's happening? Corey, Larry Zimmer. Coca 550. Tommy, Mikey. Baha Sharif. Oh, Baha Sharif. Okay. Off-White 1697. Shop user Rufus. Our cool Luke. What we have here is a failure to communicate. Cool hand, Luke. KG, thank you for that. DD, what's happening? Julio, que pasa, amigo? Rich Bruner, where's the young lady? Where's she tonight? Rocco's here. Somebody wants to take a look at Comcast this evening. Comcast. First on the list, Comcast, CMCSA, Comcast. We'll take a look at that one. Rocco, cool beans. Dude, I can't read that writing. 3222, what's happening? Trey Smith, thoughts on Ford? I actually bought some Ford Monday, which I think was yesterday. All right. Bobo Jewelry, what's happening? B-Rad Dad James, I listened to most of the recording last night, but didn't see an example for... All right, for what? He didn't acknowledge me. Shane Cunt, what's happening? That's a disturbing name, Shane. She's here too? Alrighty. Okay, where am I looking? B-Rad. Okay, B-Rad. LC Paragon, what's your take on tariffs? You don't really want my opinion on anything political. Most people find my views a little disturbing, except for, other Gen Xers. They're right on the same board. Good Metro Dem, thank you. Trey Smith, cool beans. Trey Smith, we're going to take a look at Ford in a little bit. KG, thank you for that. Sam, I am Sam. Sam, I am. I sat there with Sally, we sat there, we two, and now I said, I wish we had something to do. Too wet to go out, too cold to play ball. We sat in the house, we did. That's the wrong one, sorry. I am Sam, Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. She's here too. All right, Lindarella, good evening, KG. I know you hate taking losses, but do we give up on Kohl's for another opportunity? We're going to take a look at that because you're the third person who asked me about Kohl's. Now, they cut their dividends. Their stock is dropping. Okay, fine. I don't like losses. Let's see if I really need to take a loss because I don't really want to do that. Mikey, Bank of America, we'll take a look at that one. Kohl's, Bank of America, we'll take a look at that one also. Eli Lilly, I can tell you right now, Eli Lilly's out of my price range. Sam I am, $1,000 a share. Yeah, a little out of there. Rich Bruno, appreciate all you and your wife do. Cool beans. All righty. Thanks. Sam I am likes Eli Lilly. I get it. Miza. Que pasa, amigo? Miza. Target, huh? TGT. We'll take a look at that one. TGT. I like Target, but you got to be really careful with Target. Target is very susceptible to black swans, and we're gonna point them out tonight and show you exactly what they are. She'd we here? All right. Good evening. Alrighty. Thoughts on PLTR? PLTR. A lot of people seem to like that stock for some strange reason. I mean, I know they're a hot topic, but it is what it is. Jellyfish. What's happening? All right, let's get going. Let's take a look at where we are, what we're doing, and what is going on. What are we looking at here? Oh, okay. Looking at that one. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there, and let's go to there. All right, let's go here, and let's get ready to get started. All right. To get started, it sounds a little bit like this. Are we ready? Greetings, I am new here, but love Stock Talk. Cool beans, Juice Master, sit tight, get ready, here we go. Did we do Pfizer? We're going to do Pfizer tonight. Okay, let's get started. All right, Paul Homer, let's do this. I'm going to stop all the questions right now, and we're just going to go breeze through. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week, using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks. What are they, you ask? Well, those are companies that are consistently profitable, consistently increase their dividend payouts to the shareholders. That's you and me. We buy the stocks, we become shareholders. We own a part of the corporation. Very small part, yes, but we are still entitled to a portion of their profits. Now, I am retired. I'm 61. I have no desire whatsoever to go back to work. So, I am sharing with you what I do so that I don't have to. Okay, I took all the money I accumulated in my working life since 1973. I've been working, first job I've ever had, Old Man Simmons Farm. Picking tomatoes, logging firewood. If it's on farm, you name it, we did it. Anyway, besides the point. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you a couple of rules that I like to go by. Number one, I have no financial, legal, education. Okay, this is all from a school of hard knocks. Okay, I took the load less travel. Got out of school, went in the service, got out of the service, took an apprenticeship at an exhibit building company. We made exhibits for museums, aquariums, whatnot. I had my own business for about 13 years. I was a CEO, I had a bunch of employees, all that kind of stuff. So I've seen things on both sides of the fence. I was an employee, I was an employer. Okay, so I know what it's like on both sides. So you can't possibly tell me anything that I cannot relate to. Okay? I grew up on welfare. My mom had 6 kids. By the time she was 25, she had 5 kids, all under the age of 5. Okay? So yeah, we grew up on welfare, dirt ass poor. I don't need to hear any excuses. Anyone can do it. You just need to figure out what it means to you. Okay? If you want it bad enough, you'll figure it out. There's a will, there's a way. Not on everything. No matter how much you wish, no matter how much you pray, you may not become the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, no matter how much you want it, no matter how much you work. Only 1 in 2 or 3 million get that job. Anyway, besides the point, let's get on. Let's get moving. So what I'm going to do is you guys are going to suggest stocks. I'm going to take a look at them. Every once in a while, I will show you some of the stuff that I'm doing. But I want to take a look at what you guys are doing. All right, fine. Now, I will answer each and every individual question. Right around 11:15, we're going to stop looking at stocks, and I'm just going to answer questions. I will answer each one individually. So please only ask the question once. And let's stay focused. Let's stay on topic. What I'm looking for are companies that have dividends, that have weekly options. Now, for those of you that are new here, never been here before, the way this came about. Now, I've been trading for over 20 years. My first 5 years were not that great. It wasn't until 2008 when my 9-year-old daughter said, "Daddy, can you teach me what you're doing?" Okay, so a 9-year-old, how do you teach a 9-year-old how to trade? It has to be simple. It has to be safe. It has to be predictable. It has to be consistent, and there's got to be no way that she can lose. Okay, 9 years old. Okay, so we know if a 9-year-old little girl starts losing her money, she's going to cry, daddy's going to feel like crap, mama is going to get involved, I'm going to be sleeping on the couch. Really ain't that bad. Sometimes think about it. The couch really ain't that bad. But you know what I mean. Didn't want any friction in the house. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way for her to lose. So I came up with 5 simple rules. And these are rules you can go back and take a look at videos I did 10 to 15 years ago, and you'll see I'm saying the exact same thing I did 15 years ago. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand. Now, when I say understand, you should know, are they profitable? Do they have dividends? Are they a capital appreciation company, or are they a dividend-paying stock? How consistently have they increased their dividends? What is their current yield? What is their 52-week high? What is their 52-week low? Can you live with the idea of buying something at $50 and having it drop down to 25, a 50% drop, and still say, you know what? I like the company. I have no desire to get rid of it. Okay, so number 1, never buy something you don't understand. You don't want to hold on to it for the rest of your life. Don't buy it. It's actually that simple. If you don't want to own it for the rest of your life to the day you die, don't buy it. The goal here, buy a good quality stock you want to hold on for the rest of your life. If it hits my target, great. I will get rid of it, and then I will buy it again when it gets ready to pay its dividend again. And the reason why it's called dividend stock talk. Just before the dividends are paid out, the stocks have a tendency to go up in value. So when the stock goes up in value, I want to jump in, grab a very small profit, get out, and then do the whole thing again in the next 90 days. Because the stocks I'm looking at have a dividend every 90 days. So I have a good idea on Advanced Auto Parts. Okay, this is the one right here. I have a good idea when that usually goes up in value. Now, it goes up, down, but usually right around the dividend, when it gets ready to pay the dividend, the stock goes up in value. So that's when I want to jump in. I want to jump in, grab my 1%, and move on to the next stock. I don't want to buy and hold anything. I'm 61, going to be 62 in a year, and I don't want to have to go back to work. I want the money I have to last me for the rest of my life. And I can gain 1% every single week. I am perfectly okay with that. I don't need a Lamborghini. I don't need a house on the water. I don't need a house in Aspen, I don't need all that stuff. Okay, I'm a very simple person. I like things simple, easy. I like to stay under the radar. I don't want to stand out. I want to be a guy in the crowd that nobody even notices. That's who I want to be. I make my 1% every single week. I'm good. That's 50% per year. Triv Gun, I'm 34. I need asthmatic bets. Okay. Alrighty. I don't know how I'm going to help you out with that one. Anyway, let's get started. Oh, wait a second. Rule 1, never buy something you don't understand or you don't want to hold on to. Rule 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the whole game. Rule 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. When I say consistently profitable, I'm talking 2 decades of increased dividend payments to their shareholders. Now, the reason why I want 2 decades of increased profits, well, because there's 9,968 companies we checked on Monday. Every week I check how many new companies are out there. Well, 9,968. Well, out of all of those, there's only about 300 that are consistently profitable for more than 2 decades. And rule 4, weekly options only. I want weekly cash flow. That's my goal. I want 1% a week. The only way I can get it is 2 different ways. Trading something on a weekly basis, hence the reason for weekly options, or 2, sit in front of my computer watching the charts, looking for patterns, jump in, jump out. Yeah, no, thank you. I'd rather play with my goldfish. Okay, I spent most of the day today getting my aquarium set up. Didn't go very well. I think everything but 2 fish died. It's like, holy cow. Anyway, besides the point, 1, 2, 3 equals this type chart because it gives me an idea of what's happening. Okay? The high, the low, the open, the close, that is all created by us. We decide what's too high. We decide what's too low. Now, there's one person who creates one number, and that's market maker. Market maker wakes up in a good mood, we're going to look at a good day. He wakes up in a bad mood, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? Anyway, let's get started. Oh, wait a second. Rule number 5. Make sure the numbers work. Now, we're going to do a couple of samples as the day progresses, but what do I mean by the numbers? What am I buying the stock for? What covered call am I selling against it? What premium am I collecting? Is that 1% or more? It's a yes or a no. It's actually that simple. Okay? Either I like the company or I don't. Either it makes sense or it doesn't. Either it's time to buy it or it's not. I don't get too involved on what's going on in the company as a whole. If they're consistently profitable, great. They will stay in my roster, which means I will look at them every week. Well, specifically when they're getting ready to pay their dividends when I look at them. All right, so we got a list, about 15 companies. I'm sure as the night progresses, you guys come up a little bit more. So let's go with the first one. We have it up on the list. We might as well take a look at it. Advanced Auto Parts. I do have some, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Okay, this is not right. There we go. And there we go. All right. Advanced Auto Parts. I need my glasses for this because although the cameras are right here, the monitor is over there. And the older you get, you need shit like this. All right, anyway. Advanced Auto Parts. Let's go. Let me tilt my screen. I'm getting a... Okay, that's not working. Okay, whatever. Yeah, if I stand over here. I got a reflection. Okay. Let's go back to look at 1 year. Here we go. Here is the 1 year chart for Advanced Auto Parts. Now, as you see me do this, you'll see I do the same thing over and over and over again. And it doesn't take that long. It should take you anywhere from 3 to 4 seconds to look at a chart. Okay? Don't make it more confusing than it needs to be. Okay? 5 things I'm looking for. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? And what direction is it going? Up, down, up, down, up. Okay, great. That's the 1 year chart. It's not that bad. It's not at a high and it's not at a low. So it's somewhere in between. So I'm okay with that. So now I go over to the numbers. Now, specifically, what am I looking for? Well, it's Tuesday night, so we have a little bit of a challenge. Here we go. You ready? Now, I like doing a covered call because it's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent. Okay? Now, a covered call, you buy the stock, you sell the option against it. I never buy something I don't want to hold on to, but I like the idea of holding on to a stock and getting a nice premium every single week. So let me explain that to you, and actually let's do a few so you understand how it works. So here's the challenge for today. It's Tuesday, which means tomorrow morning is Wednesday. There's 5 days in a week. We all know this. Monday's gone. That's 20% we just lost. Tuesday's gone. That's 40% we just lost. So we have 60% time value left. So very rarely are you going to get a good premium for 3 days, because the options expire on Friday, which means Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days. Very rarely will you get 1%. So we'll probably end up looking at not this Friday, but next Friday, the 21st. Okay? So we'll take a look at both numbers, see which one makes sense. My number one takeaway for you guys, you're sitting here, you're spending your time, I want you to ask yourself one question and only one question. Does it make sense? Okay? It either makes sense or it doesn't make sense. Okay? So let's go and take a look at the numbers. Currently, the last price right here, $36.50. So the $36.50 is going for 69 cents. That is just below 2%. If you don't understand how you do the percentages, it's really not difficult. Okay? The last price, okay? You have last price, net change, bid, ask, volume, open, high, low. Okay? Close. All that. Those are the numbers for the stock. They make it a little easier for you. Make it a little easier for you. There you go. The numbers you're looking at are the numbers for the stock itself. Okay, the opening price of the day, the high price of the day, the low price of the day, the closing price, and what is the current buy and the current sell. Okay, what am I buying it for? What am I selling it for? Okay, now, like I said, I do covered calls, which basically means I buy the stock and I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me for the exact same price I just paid. Okay, so if I'm paying $36.52, right, I'm going to sell it for $36.50. I'm going to lose 2 cents, but I'm going to collect 69 cents per share. So effectively, my sale price would be $36.50 plus 69. Which would be $37.19. So you add the strike price to the premium, and that's what I'm selling it for. So I'm buying it at $36.52, and I'm selling it at $36.50 plus the 69 is $37.19. So there's a profit already there, and that profit is more than 1%. It's simple math. So if you're having an issue coming up with the 1%, simple. You take the price, 36.52. 36.52. You move the decimal point over 2 places. Okay, $36.52. 1% is 36 cents. That's it. Just move the decimal point over. That's it. 36 cents is 1% of $36. Okay, but the $36.50 strike price, it's going for 69 cents. Well, 69 is a hell of a lot more than 36. Okay, that's more than 1%. All right, now, the numbers look good. The 1-year chart look good. Now we're going to jump onto the 90-day chart. All right, but first, before I do that, a year ago, we were right about 73. The high of the year was back at the end of March. That was 88.42. Okay, she drops. Look at the last 90 days. Now, remember, 1 year, 90-day, 30-day seasonality. Now we're looking at the 90-day. Look, it's easy to see. High, a low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, that's easy to see. What happened today? Well, look at that. We hit the 30-day bottom on Friday. Monday was higher. Today is higher. But today was a down day. But we're going to take a little bit closer look when we look at the 30-day chart. So let's go do that. The 30-day chart gives me an idea of where do I think it's going next. Okay? Now, when I'm buying on a Monday and I want to get out on a Friday, I'm only thinking of 5 days. Well, 30 days ago, we're at 46. We jump up to, what was that, 48, 49? and then she drops down to 33 on Friday. Monday was higher. Tuesday was higher. That's 2 days to the upside. Now, tomorrow, if she's higher than yesterday's, well, if she's higher than today's high, I'll jump in. Because 3 days to the upside, well, that's my clue, my cue to jump in. Now, that looks good. Well, what does seasonality say? Now, if you don't know what seasonality is, let me briefly explain it to you. Briefly. Okay, all the way to the left, January 1st, all the way to the right, December 31st. This blue line down here represents the movement since January 1st to right now. That's what she's doing. This red is 10 years of movement, all averaged out. 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, so on and so forth. 10 years. What does it normally do right about the first couple of weeks of March? Well, that's right here. Let's zoom in and take a look. So I take my cursor, put it on the little blue dot right there, because that blue dot is today. Left click, drag right. As soon as that lights up, that's a couple of weeks. Look at where we are. Okay? So she's going to dip a little bit and retrace. I'm not too worried about that. I like Advanced Auto Parts. I will buy it. I will hold it till the day I die or until it hits my target. Oh, what's my target this week? Oh, my target this week is 36.50. What is it at now? It's at 36.52. So what do you think the odds are going to be for it to be above 36.50 by next Friday? I don't know. That's a question you need to ask yourself. If you're thinking of buying it, okay? Now, I already own it, so besides the point. If I was going to buy it tomorrow morning, $36.52 would be the price I would pay. Now, granted, the numbers do change. These numbers, they do change tomorrow morning. As soon as the market is open, the numbers change. But the math and the equation stays the exact same. What's the current price? What am I buying it for? What premium am I collecting with the strike price, the closest one? Is it more than 1%? Great. If it is, I'm going to buy it. If I like the company. So let's take a closer look. Now, like I said, I don't mind that right there. Sometimes you'll see something that's so out of whack, you say, oh, hell no. But I'm not seeing that at the moment. All right, so we're going to do a covered call with Advanced Auto Parts just for the fun of it so you can see how it works. All right, it's not that difficult. Now, in case you're new here and you didn't know, the screen behind me, oh, I'm doing that, that's funny. This is being recorded right now on YouTube. If you're curious if this is a recording, no, it is not. It is 9:41 p.m., March 11th, 2025. So, yeah, this is live at this moment in time. Let me pause 1 second. Happy birthday, Jacob! Woohoo! 31 years old. Way to go. All right, so anyway, where are we? Oh, all right. So we're going to change this right here where it says single. And we're going to change that to a covered call. Now, remember when I say simple, the simplest trading strategy is just buying and selling. Buy a stock, sell a stock. That's the simplest. But there's no profitability until you sell something. So if I'm going to buy it, I have to wait for the stock to go up. Nah, I don't want to do that. Now, when I'm doing a covered call, I buy the stock and I sell the option at the exact same time. Do I care if the stock moves up? Nope. I only care if the company is consistently profitable, number one. And then, am I getting my 1%? Well, in this instance here, this sample that I'm showing you, let's go through it, and then we're going to open up for questions in case you guys have any questions on it. So I'm going to change it to covered stock. Okay. Like I said, I like the 36.50. Okay, that's what the current price was. Buying there. That doesn't look right. That's not right either. Now, what I'm saying is not right is the last traded price is 36.52. Well, the bid is 34, the ask is 40. But look at down here. 35.16. Yeah, that's right. Sorry. I thought that was 36. No. That's right. All right. I just want to do one contract, so I'm going to change these numbers here just to one. That way people don't freak out. Well, 1,000 shares? No. Just do 100. One contract. There it is. And then I want to do market order. Now, there's a difference between a market order and a limit order, and that is, you ready? Market order, you take what they give you, but it fills instantly. Now, when I'm first jumping in, buying the stock and selling the option at the exact same time, the stock and the option are tied together. They're linked together, so I know exactly what I'm making. Okay? We're going to get that in a second. A limit order, you say, this is what I want to pay, and I'll wait till the cows come home until I get it. I don't do limit orders when I'm getting in. I only do limit orders when I already own something. All right, so clean the glasses. Glasses don't work if they're dirty. Isn't that weird? All right, so let me read it to you. You ready? Buy one covered call AAP, that's Advanced Auto Parts, 100s, that means it's weekly. Okay, 14 March 25, that is this coming Friday. Now, the number might not be that great, so we might take a look at next Friday also, just to compare the two. The 3650 call option against the stock at the market to open. That's the order. That's what it sounds like. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm buying 100 shares, and I'm selling the option for someone to buy it from me at the price I just paid. Get that out of my way. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers. Because if the numbers don't work, then no, I don't want to do it. All right. So I'm going to show you this week, 14 March, which is this Friday. And then I'm going to show you next Friday. And then we'll examine the two different ones. See which one is better. All right. So let's get out of here. Now, the maximum profit, 83.50. Okay, 83.50. Now, to find out what your profit is going to be, or your yield, or your rate of return, whatever you want to call it, yield, rate of return, you take your profit, 83.50, see right over here, where is it, right there, 83.50, maximum profit. And you divide that by the cost of trade, including commissions and fees, 35.67. All right, so we divide it by 35.67. Whoops. 35.67. That makes more sense. That's 2.3%. So here's a bunch of questions. Are you ready? Question number 1. Do I like, or does it make sense? That's question number 1. Does it make sense? Question number 2. Do I like Advanced Auto Parts? Question number 3, do I like Advanced Auto Parts at this current price? Question 4, am I willing to hold on to this until it hits my target? Well, my target is $36.50. Well, the current price is $36.52. So how long do I have to hold it? Well, the option expires this Friday. So if the stock is above a $36.50 on Friday, I'm going to get all my money back over the weekend. And then Monday, I get to pick another stock. All right. All right. So let's take a look. I'm going to change this right here. See where it says 14 March, which is this Friday? I'm going to change it to next Friday and see how much the numbers change. 21 March. There we go. Okay. Well, the 3650 is not trading next 21 March. The 37 is. Okay. So the 3650 is not trading for next week. So jump to the 37. See what the 37 looks like. Okay, one contract at the market. And here's what it sounds like. Buy one covered call, Advanced Auto Parts 100, that's the weeklies, 21 March 25. That's next Friday. Not this Friday, next Friday. The 37 call option against the stock at the market to open. That's the order. Look at my profit. 171.50. Now, there's a little bit of something I need to explain to you. Okay, now the stock is currently at 36.52. Your max profit on this trade is 171. Now, that's just the option price. If the stock is 37 or higher next Friday, well, you get all your money back over the weekend. But you also collect the difference between the purchase price, 36.52, and the sale price of 37, which is another 48 cents. Well, that's not bad. 48 cents, and you add it on to whatever that profit is, and then now your profit's a lot bigger. Well, let's check out the rate of return on a 37. Okay, so max profit here, 171.50, 171.50. Divide that by the purchase price, 35.29. That's $3,529 per contract. So if you got $7,000, you can do contracts. You get $70,000, you can do 10 contracts or 20 contracts. Chris Cortez, how are you this evening? Glad for you to stop by. Okay, so at 35.29, that's 4.8%. That's almost 5% for a week and a half. All right, so you can get 2% for 3 days, but you can get 4.8% for, was it 8 days? Because you got Take Advanced Auto Parts. Are you willing to buy it and hold on to it? Those are big questions. Alexa, off. All right. Once you get into, what do you call it? Songs that you can recognize. Yeah. They shut off the video. And I can't post videos with that music on there. So I'd like to get some music on that I don't have to worry about copyright infringements. If anybody has, a link with some music, that'd be kind of nice. All right, that's Advanced Auto Parts. So you've seen how it works. It's really not that difficult. It's relatively very simple. Now, I got a list about 15 stocks. We're going to go through them really quick. I'm not going to spend that much time like I did on this one. We're going to see, are they the right place with the chart? Are the numbers right? Does it make sense? That's what we're going to do. We're going to breeze through really quick. First one on the list, let's get out of all of this. Put this down here. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of here. Let's put this back to where it was, right there. Let's go back to here, and there we go. Back to the beginning. All right. First on the list today is going to be Pfizer, PFE. Now, I want you to, if you could, if you don't mind, count in your head. As soon as I click the button, count in your head. See how long it takes you to find the high, the low, where was it, where is it, and what's the direction. Okay, it should take you 3 to 4 seconds. That's about it. So Pfizer's the first one. PFE. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, high, low, was, is, down, up, down, up. 3 to 4 seconds. That's all. Now, it's not at the low. Fine. It's not at the high. Fine. Now let's go take a look at the numbers over here. So the last price, $25.99. So we'll be looking at the 26s. That's going for $29. That is over 1% for this week. Now, next week, 53. That's 2%. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Do you want to do this week, get 1%, a little over 1%? Do you want to do next week, get right around 2%? Your choice. Now, the further in you go, the 25.50, it's a safer trade. Okay? The further out you go, more profitable, but then the stock has to move. See, at the money, the difference between at the money, in the money, and out of the money, quickly. You ready? See the purple, see the black? Okay? Purple, that's in the money. Black is out of the money. Right at that line where they meet, that's at the money. Okay? At the money, right where the action is. Out of the money, you gotta wait for it to do something. In the money, you don't have to do anything. It's already there. All right, so Pfizer, we've seen those numbers. Let's check it out. You ready? A year ago, we're right around 28. The high of the year, 31.50. That was end of July of last year. Mid-November is the bottom, 24.44. Last 90 days, right about there. Okay, high, low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the movement. Up, down, up. Okay, interesting. It doesn't really look that good right here. This one looks like it might be a no because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of directional movement. Like we have no idea where it's going. Last 30 days, right there. Yeah, this is going to be a no. 30 days ago, okay, high, low, was, is, look at it. Up, down, Yeah, nope, not this week for Pfizer, Comcast, CMCSA. Okay, high, low, was, is, look at the movement. Down, up, 35.95 to 36s, 34 to 61. That's still 1%. Next week, it's over 2%. Okay, I'd still do this week. 1% for 3 days? Sure, why not? All right. I'm a little concerned right here. Okay, this might be a no, so let's zoom in here real quick. Yeah, see the 30-day high right there? Now it's pulling back. So Comcast will be good next week or the week after, but not this week. CMCSA. Okay, no to Comcast. Ford. Let's go to Ford. Okay. High, low, was, is, up, down, sideways down, 972. Okay, the closest one's going to be the 985, which is paying 11. Okay, that works. Okay, let's take a quick gander. This doesn't look that good. See, a year ago at 1218, the high of the year 1489. Last 90 days. Okay, high, low. Look at the movement. Down, up, down, up. What's happened today? It looks like the profit taking started today. Last 30 days. Here we go. High, low, was, is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down. Yep. Profit taking has started. Why do you think that is? Look where the bottom is. $9. Look where the top is. $10. Now I know that doesn't sound like a lot of money, but that's a $1 move on a $10 stock. That's a little bit more than 10%. Yeah, 10% there's going to be profit taking, especially Tuesday to Tuesday. Yes, 10% in 1 week. Yeah, there's going to be profit taking. So once it comes down, Ford will be better next week than it is today. But I already have Ford. But I have it at I sold the 935s, which are way down here. So if it's possible, I would roll mine forward because as long as she stays above 935, I'm making money. All right, Ford next week. Kohl's. So let's take a look at Kohl's. I got a lot of questions on Kohl's. What do I planning on doing because they've cut their dividend? Holy shit, big drop today. All right. Now, as you can see my expression, I had no clue. I looked at my charts this morning. Didn't look this bad. Anyway, here we go. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Now, normally I would say no to this one, just write it down for next week, but I already own it. So normally I'd say no because it's at the bottom and it's dropping. But considering I own it, I want to see what's happening. Okay, a year ago, 26.89 tops out and the end of March at 29.76. Look at the last 90 days. Okay, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so hypothetically speaking, we're going to be finding a bottom around here probably sometime in the next week or so. I'm writing Kohl's down for next week because as soon as we find that bottom, okay, you're going to make most of your money. Yeah, you've heard this before. Buy low, sell high. Well, you cannot get any lower than the low of the year. Well, that was today. So I like 2 days to the upside. See the bottom here? She comes down, finds a bottom, turns around, goes up. Comes down, finds a bottom, turns around, goes back up. Comes down, finds the bottom, turns around, goes back up. Same thing. Comes down, it's going to find the bottom, it will turn around, go back up again. But when is that going to be? Well, we really don't know. So let's wait it out. So no to Kohl's at this moment. But I do own it. So I will keep rolling mine forward. I refuse to sell at a loss. Bank of America, BAC. Hell no. No, this is good for next week. Here's your high and here's your bottom. Okay, yesterday was the 30-day bottom. Today is a little bit higher than yesterday. Okay, so maybe tomorrow might be a little higher yet again. So 2 days to the upside is what I'm looking for. Bank of America next week. Eli Lilly. I don't know why we're looking at Eli Lilly. It's out of my price range. Look at this, $9.75 as the high. The low down here, 7. Okay, up, down, yeah, no. It's like $100 drop in the last couple of weeks. That would make me squeamish. Yeah, it's out of my price range. Target. Now, remember I told you Target, you got to watch out for black swans with Target. Let me explain what those are, but before I do, let's go through the rigmarole. I don't know, what do you call that? Let's go through the motions. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? What's the motion? Up, down, sideways, down, up, down. Okay. It's at 112.76. The 113s to go for 167. All right. So remember I said you got to watch out for black swans with Target? Let's get out of here. Let's get right into here. Okay, well, here's Target. Now, when I say a black swan is something that doesn't happen that often. You see this right here, this big drop. There's another big drop right here. Another big drop right here. And not that big of a drop here. But we got 1 drop, 2 drops, 3 drops. Take a look. Earnings and dividends, big drop. Earnings and dividends, big spike up. Earnings, dividends, big drop. Got to be careful. Now, very few, Target is one of them, very few companies will, in my humble opinion, over-exaggerate the move. Now, let me explain briefly. See if this makes sense to you. So let's go to trade. Okay, now normally you have a 2 to 3 cent difference between the purchase and the sale. Okay, so let's take a look at this black swan right here. Okay, let me show you. This is just my opinion. Okay, now, you see the big jump from here to here? It was at 145, and it jumped up to 175. 145 to 175, that's a big jump. It's a $30 jump on a $140 stock. Well, that's 20%. That's big. All right, that's not what I wanted to show you. What I want to show you is this right here. The blue lines down here is the average volume. Okay? Now, the average volume for Target is right around 4 million shares a day. Okay, so I'm going to take out the calculator so you get a better idea of this. Okay, so 4 million shares. Okay, now let's go 2 cents, because the difference between the bid and the ask on a company like Target is usually 2 to 3 cents. Well, let's go for 2 cents for a second. So 4 million shares traded on average every day. So 4 million multiplied by 2 cents, 0.02. Okay, so you get the market maker for Target makes an average of $80,000 a day. All right? Now, let's say you have an earnings report right here. See that? Earnings and dividend right there. Well, let's see the volume on that day. The volume on that day is, let's get this out of my way. It's in my way. You can't see. 26 million. Did you hear that? Average day, 4 million. Market maker gets a report saying, hey, we made these earnings. Well, the market maker is the only person who gets to choose the opening price of the day. So the market maker opened here. Okay, here's the numbers right up here. Okay, here's the date. 8/20. This was last year, 8/20. 144.50. That's the market maker opening it up for that day. 144. Okay. Now, the high, the low, and the close of the day, well, that's created by us buying and selling. There's only one number that is, I'm trying to think of the right word for this. One number is under the control of one person. The market maker gets to decide what he wants to open it up for. Now, if we say buy, the stock goes up. If we say sell, the stock price goes down. The market maker is the only one who can choose where to open it up. So why? Think of this for a second. Why, if it closed here, 144.33, see that? Close, see? Date, open, high, low, close, range. I have no idea what that means. No idea. Why? What does that mean? Well, I don't know. R means range. All right, anyway, so the very next day, market maker gets the what do you call it? The report, the quarterly report, or the earnings report, and he decides to open it up at 167.33. Okay, now just because he got the report early and he gets to decide what to open it up at, he can do this if he wants to. Well, what happens when he does that? Well, that is not a real movement. That is just the market maker deciding, hey, I gotta pay for my kids' college tuition this week. Let's jump this price up and get some volume in here. Because by the market maker doing this bullshit, look what happens. 60 million shares, sorry, not 60, 25 million shares traded that day. Okay, so 25 million, or 26 million. If he makes an average of $80,000 a day, average, well, today he got the earnings report and he bumps it up. What is he making today by him manipulating that number? 0.02 multiplied by 25 million. He just gave himself a $420,000 raise. The market maker can do that. Now, on average, he makes 80,000, 80,000, 80,000, 80,000, 80,000, 80,000, 80,000 on average. Now he gets the quarterly report and what the report says. So he decides, or she, let's blame the women too. Could be a man, could be a woman. I have no idea. But it's one person. Here to here, artificially increases it. Now he gets $500,000 for that day. Well, the very next day, he's back down to 80,000. The market maker can do that. And he does it when there's an earnings report or dividend. And he does it quite often. Let's go back and take a look at how many times he did it. Okay? You see right here? Look at this. Average volume, 5.1 million. EX date, 18 million? Okay. Oh, that was a big one. Look at this one right here. Okay. Average, 7.7 million. What happened right here? This black swan right here. That's that right? 65 million? 65 million. Average, 7 million. Okay, he gets a quarterly report, the annual report. Now he's got a nice fat raise. Yeah, I'd like to be a market maker too. Anyway, let's get out of here and go back to what we were doing because that was just way off base. That's just my opinion. See it? Black swan, black swan, black swan. Doesn't happen all the time. But a couple of companies, it does do it. Market maker gets a hold of it, and yeah, he takes advantage of that situation. So when they say the stock market's manipulated, yeah, it kind of is. But if you understand everything, Chris Cortez, it's my first time here. I don't want to interrupt you, but for some reason, I'm getting major glitches on my end. I wanted to learn what a black swan was. The glitches are too big. I'm very interested. Okay, Chris, you're here on Instagram. I'm going to apologize. Sorry. Now, I am live also on Facebook, TikTok. I get 2 YouTube channels, Twitch, and Rumble. And they were trying to fit in 2 more in the next couple of weeks. Or a few more in the next couple of weeks. So I'm apologizing. Because it's an iPhone. Okay, I'm broadcasting from an iPhone to Instagram. And the modem is literally 6 feet away. So why is it glitchy? I have no idea. But I'm sorry for that. But it is being recorded. Okay, so it is recorded on YouTube. So you go to YouTube, The 10-Minute Trader, and you can see all the recordings there. And it's all free. You don't have to pay for anything. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do have shit to sell, but you're not going to get a pitch from me. I'm not going to try to sell anybody anything. If you want to buy stuff, you're big people. You know how to do it. You go to the bio, you go to the website, you buy the shit there. Here is just educational, just entertainment. So let's keep on going. All right, that was Target. Next, we got 3 more to go. Then we're going to take a look at 3 more stocks, and then we're going to take on questions. All right. ExxonMobil. Wait a second. We didn't finish up with Target. What's Target doing? Uh-oh. Got to prove I'm human. I got to do this every other day. Drag the puzzle piece into place. All right. All right, we're going to say no to Target for this week, but it might be good for next week. Because look, here's your high. She dropped down here. Your bottom was yesterday. Today is a little bit higher, so not quite good to jump in tomorrow, but Thursday or Friday maybe. But I'm going to put it down for next week because all my money is invested on Monday and Tuesday. So I have no money left, even if I came across something good. Right, 98%. Actually, nowadays it's 95. 95% of all my money is invested at all times. Well, the reason we're down to 95% rather than 98, well, because we're kind of in a down market. So, yeah, I got a margin call on 1 account this week. I got 7 accounts. A margin call on 1 because, things were pulling back. All right, so Target, we're going to wait on that one. ExxonMobil is next. I love ExxonMobil. XOM. Okay, high, low, where was it? Where is it? Look, it's up, down, sideways. No real rhyme or reason here. It doesn't look that easy to see it. Yeah, okay, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now she's coming back down again. No to ExxonMobil this week. I figured another week or 2 for it to come down here, turn around, go back up. So next week maybe, or the week after. XOM. I like Exxon, don't get me wrong, but it's not a no, it's just not today. Wait a minute, Macy's. Now, I do have some Macy's. Same thing's happening in the Macy's. Look at this. Okay. 30 days ago, we're at $14.50, shoot up to 16, drops down to $12.50, back up, back down again. Now, it may not sound like it, but from $12.50 to $14.50 is $2. Now, $2 on a $12 stock, that's about 13 or 14%. So 13 or 14%, yeah, profit taken. Okay? We're moving into that digital age where people are doing that computerized trading. Yeah, so the profits are going to be smaller and smaller and more rapid. Last on the list, Palantir. We can make this really quick, PLTR. That's a no. Well, the reason why Palantir is a no for me, well, let's take a look. Now, I always tell people, PLTR, is to make sure you have at your fingertips a financial website. because you're not going to go to your trading platform and you're not going to get all the answers you want. So you might have to go and do a little bit more deeper research. Palantir, okay, great. Well, Palantir has no dividends. So that's going to be a no. And I have no idea what my profit is. Okay? So it doesn't tell me what my yield is. It doesn't tell me what my profit is. It doesn't give me any information whatsoever. I don't like stocks that don't pay a dividend. Well, I don't want to buy something and just watch it go up, 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 and up because, like I said before, I'm retired. I need the cash flow to pay my bills. We're the only species on this planet that got to pay to live here. So in order to pay to live here, you got to have money coming in from somewhere. I'm only 61. I'm too young for Social Security. And I'm not delusional enough to think that Social Security is going to take care of all my bills. Hell no. So I do this. So yeah, Palantir is a no. I don't do companies that don't pay dividends. So that's every single stock you guys rattled off so far. So let's get rid of the glasses. Let's go and take a look at what else do you guys have for me to take a look at. Over here on YouTube, SW, I have option trades in PayPal. My knockout is 26.19. Is this risky? Okay, number one, I don't do PayPal because they don't have dividends either, which means how do you know when you're going to be profitable? You got to buy it and wait for it to go up. Yeah, no, thank you. So I'd have to take a better look at it. O'Reilly's and Advanced closing stores. Yeah, because remember the last administration did not want to prosecute theft. So no prosecution on theft under $900. Well, a lot of people stole some shit, which means affected the bottom line. Okay, well, that administration is done and over with, but let's say the clutter, the leftover from last year, it's still here and we have to deal with it. It may take a while to fix the mess, but it is what it is. Financial Edge Network. What do you think about investing in dividends with margin? I always tell people do not use margin until you understand the risks involved. It's great when you're right, but it really sucks when you're wrong. Okay, stocks go up, stocks go down. If you can't stomach it, don't do it. Because margin is borrowed money. You're borrowing someone else's money to trade with. It's very risky. Granted, you can double or triple your returns with margin if you're right. But always go in as if a possibility of being wrong. I'm thinking about investing in YieldMax, Misty, or CLM, CRF. Good luck with that one. I don't like any of those. But that's me. I have a total different approach than anyone else. Now, YieldMax, they're great for people who want to give their money to someone else and say, hey, I don't want to do it. You do it, and you give me whatever you think is okay. Okay? But take a look at the numbers. As a matter of fact, let's go take a look at Misty. Okay? MSTY. All right. You check out the yield for Misty, MSTY. 158%. 158% yield. You can double your money every 8 months. That sounds great. But there's a major problem with that. Let's go take a look at historical data for Misty. Come on, historical data. What's taken? There it is. There it is. All right, so dividends only. Okay, historical data, dividends only. I want to take a look at all the dividends they offer. And look at that. April 4th, 2024. This company's not even 1 year old yet. The dividends they are paying you is borrowed money. Okay, you get a good company, you get a good idea, it may be a great idea, and then they get all the investors to dump all this shit tons of money in, and they're paying you with borrowed money. It's not profits. It's not even a year old yet. Most companies don't make it past 3 to 5 years. This company's not even 1 year old yet. So no, for me, no. Sorry. I don't, no. All right. CLM. CLM. Let's take a look at the clam. What else do you want to call it? CLM? Clam? Cornerstone Investment Fund. CLM. Again, 1 year old. What, Max? No. Look at this. CLM. 2002. All right. Well, let's go all the way back. No. What the hell? Oh, double hell no. Do you see this? We're only going to go to 2005. That's 20 years. Okay, so 2005. You ready for this? 2005, 139. Okay? 139, 139. 2006, 139. It didn't increase at all. That doesn't make me happy. 2006, still at 109. 2007, 149. Well, that's nice. She went up. 149. 2007. 2008, wait a second. It just went back down again. It goes from 139 to 149 back to 139. Well, that's not consistently increasing the profits. That's going backwards. 2009, holy shit. 139, now it's at 70. That's more than a 50% decrease. Well, that is a 50% decrease. Okay, 2010, it just decreased it again. Another 30% down? In 2011, 51, down further. 44, down further. 41, 38. No, hell no. This thing's going, no. The numbers are supposed to get higher and higher and higher, not lower, lower, and lower. See, 2002, look at this. 131. CRF, Cornerstone Total Return Fund, CRF. Okay, all the way back. This is the exact same thing. Okay, 2005, 141. 2006, 141. It didn't increase at all. 2007, 142. Really? 1 penny? Really? 2008. Wait a second. 2007, it's 142. 2008, it's 130. That's a 10% decrease or 11% decrease. 2009, 50% decrease. 2010, 63 to 48, 8% decrease. 48 to 44, down even further. 39, lower. 36, lower. 35, lower. 33, lower. 28, lower. 23. Oh, hell no. You showed me 3. Okay? 3. CRF, hell no. What was the other one? CRM, double hell no. And the third one, Misty. Well, Misty, it's only a year old. And they're giving you back borrowed money. That money's not from profits. Okay? You can't tell me that a company gets 157% profit at 1 year old. I don't buy it. Terribly sorry. They're just trying to suck you in to get you to buy their stock, so you're stuck with it. So you gave me 3. I don't like all 3 of them. All right, let's keep on keeping on. Next. Financial Edge. Do you know about income investing? Orlando, what's happening? Okay, Orlando, we already looked at Coles a little while ago. What is mobile dittance? I have no idea, Big Sexy. All right, so that's it for YouTube. What do we have over here? TikTok, holy shit, we got 99 questions. Now, listen closely. I am going to answer each and every individual question. I will take a look at some stocks as we're going, but at 11:15, it's going to be questions only. Okay, so let's see how fast we can go through some of these. All right, oops. Uh-oh, here we go. Where are we? I got to find the beginning where all these questions are. Hey, Daddy. Skank. That's not funny. But all right, Jason, how are you doing today? B-Rad, example of selling some covered calls on existing stocks. Yes. How do we sell stock? All right, let's get out of here. Now, B-Rad, I told you I'd take a look at this for you. So let's open up one. Let's do this one here. Let's go here. Let's go over here. Now, you wanted to know, okay, B-Rad Daddy, because we had this conversation. When I say, if you want to talk to me, give me your phone number, I'll give you a call. Well, B-Rad Daddy gave me his number yesterday. I gave him a call. We had a nice conversation. And he wants to know how to sell covered calls on a stock you already own. Okay, so I already own these. Okay, I already sold covered calls against them, but let me show you how it works. First thing I want to do is I want to take a look at what my position is. Okay, right click, view trades. There's my trade right there. All right, so I'm into US Steel at 41.25. I sold the 32s for $7.82 a share. Yeah, okay, anyway. So I want to go up to trade. Okay, put in US Steel because I already own it. Okay, see, I have 3,200 shares. Okay, so I want to find out right now it's at 37. The 37s are going for 190. Okay, but I don't want to sell it here because remember I own it at 41. So I'm going to open this up a little bit. 12. Nope, 14. All right. All right, so I own it at 41, which is way down here. Not much value to it. So at the money right now, the 37 is 96 cents. Well, that's nice. That's about 3%. But I'd be losing because I'm in it at 41. Now, I don't want to do at the money. I don't want to do one strike out of the money. That's too close. 2 strikes out, maybe. 3 to 4, I would feel better at. But 3 to 4 strikes out, I'm not making my 1% because my 1% would be 37 cents. Okay? 3 strikes out, I'm getting 24 to 83. So I can make it here. Okay, 4 strikes out, 25 to 42. Maybe get 1% out of that one. Maybe. It all goes by the numbers. So I won't sell at the money. I will sell 3 or 4 strikes out if I already own the stock and it's less than what I paid for it. So let's try another one because that one's out of the money way too much. Macy's. No, M, Macy's. Macy's, there we go. Okay, so here's where Macy's is right now. Okay, where am I with Macy's? Okay, so Macy's, I'm in it at 16. Okay, I sold some 15s and I got the 16 put also. So I'm in at 16, which is right here. Ain't no way that's happening. Okay, right here, maybe the 1450s or the 15s. That's what I'm looking at. Okay, so what does the 14s and 1450s look like? Okay, so the 1450s are going for 5 cents to 6 cents. But that's only for 3 days. That's not enough time. So let's get rid of that one and let's take a look at next week. Okay, so next week's 14s are going for 27. Well, that's more than 1%. Okay, the current price. 13.71, the closest strike price is going to be 13.50, more than 1%. That works if I'm buying it. But I already own it, and I own it at 16. See, 16 down here? Yeah, 16 is going for 3 cents to 14 cents. I don't know. The 15s are going for 8 cents to 10 cents. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Not making my 1%, but I do have cash coming in. And yeah, it doesn't always work all the time, but I do make 1% on average. Because I might not be making it on Macy's this week, but look what I did. Okay, I sold the 16s, all right, and I got $2.64. $2.84 a share. Well, that's a nice fat premium. Okay, so anyway, that's how you do it if it's something you already own. So right here, you just click right there, okay, and you're just basically selling. Sell however many contracts. I got 300 shares, so it's just 3 contracts. Okay, just 3 contracts at $14.50, 13 cents per share, little bit less than 1%. And I always do a limit order. If I own the stock, I'll do a limit. I won't do a market order because you don't know what you're going to get. At least with a limit order, and then I will do it not a day order. I will do a good till cancel, which means set it and forget it. This is what it sounds like. Okay, so 3 Macy's 100s. Those are the 3 call options. The $14.50 call option at 13-cent limit order, go till cancel. Okay, and that will just stay there until it expires, 90 days. Okay, so that's how you do it if you already own the stock. Delete. Let's go back to here, and let's go back to here. All right, so hopefully, B-Rad, that helped you out. What's my take on tariffs? My take on tariffs, do you really, really want to know? Okay, my takes on tariff is stop buying shit from other countries. Buy American stuff. That's my take on tariffs. That's it. Okay? Stop buying stuff from China. Stop buying stuff from Japan, France, Germany, England. Buy American-made shit. Support your brothers. Support your uncles, your aunts, the people down the street. Buy American shit. That's my take on tariffs. Okay, you got to remember, the United States government ran 100% on tariffs since the government started in the 1700s until 1913. It wasn't until that monster, like what do they call it, the creature from Jekyll Island? Yeah, the creature from Jekyll Island screwed everything up. KG, thank you for that. My thoughts on Ford, we already did Ford. She's here too. Cool beans. Good evening, Lindarella. KG, I know. Taking losses. Yep, we already talked about Kohl's. Reciprocal tariffs just make sense and is fair. Oh. BB Climber. Okay, I'm going to agree with you 100%. Yes. Yeah, Hollywood, I saw that. Kohl's got smashed. Yep, I saw that one. So, BBK Lima. Reciprocal tariffs. Hey, that makes total sense. Think about it. There's not a place on the planet where the left hand does not wash the right. Okay? You go to anywhere in the world. The left hand washes the right. The right hand washes the left. You charge me 10%, I'm going to charge you 10%. That's fair. I have no problem with that. Okay, so if you're selling your cars here and we pay and we charge you 0 tariffs, fine. We're going to sell our cars there and you're going to charge us 0 tariffs. Fair is fair. Okay, so I'm going to agree with that. Oksana Kagala Bojalsta. How are you doing, Oksana? Alrighty then. All right, so let's keep on going. Eli Lilly, Sam, I already took a look at Eli Lilly's out of my price range. Bank of America, we looked at that one already. Target, we looked at that one. ExxonMobil, Macy's. Oh, wow. I already did all these ones. We already did Pfizer. Sheen the Ween. Greetings, I'm new here, but love Stock Talk, cool beans. Let's get started. We did CMCSA. We already did that one. Meta, hell no. Imperial Tea. META. That's, what do you call that one? Facebook? Meta? Yeah. No. Reason why I'm saying no to Meta, they just started paying dividends. What, 1 year? 1 year of dividend? Yeah, no thank you. Brian, O'Realty. No. O'Realty is monthly options. Monthly options, you cannot get weekly cash flow from a monthly optionable stock. Okay? Let me change this a little bit so it makes it easier to read. Okay, 21 March, 17 April, 20 June, 19 September. Those are monthly options, which means I can only do an option trade once per month, which means I'm going to get 12 to 24% per year. If you're okay with 12, 24% per year, fine. For you. For me, I want to do weeklies because I'm retired. I got nothing better to do with my time other than, play with my money and 1% a week. The only way you're going to get 1% a week with O Realty is by sitting in front of your computer looking for setups to buy and sell. Yeah, no thank you. O Realty doesn't work. The Juice Master, Costco, out of my price range. Okay, a stock that is $1,000 a share, just out of my price range. COST. I wish I had as much money as you think I have. Okay, $1,000. Yeah, no, thank you. And look at this. It goes from 1,000 a couple of weeks ago. Now she's down 970. So you just lost like almost $100. Yeah, no, thank you. Zachmed. A job, a home. I have a Zachmed. I have no idea why you're saying this. A home, water. What is all that about? All right, Trey Smith. We already looked at Ford. BR Fishing. BR Fishing. MSTR. MSTR. All right. Interesting. MicroStrategy. But before we go any further, let's go to Yahoo Finance, MSTR, and see what Mr. looks like. How often has MSTR increased their dividends to their shareholders? Oh, wait a second. There are no dividends in the selected time period. So I have an interesting question. You're coming to a dividend investing show, which I suppose you can call this a show, and you're asking me about a stock that doesn't have dividends. Explain that to me in a manner in which I'll understand. Cam wants to take a look at Verizon. All right, I like Verizon. VZ. There we go. Oh, hell no. Do you see that right there? That's the high of the year. That was today. Nope, I don't buy at the high of the year. It just doesn't make sense. VMC, Chap Stevens, VMC. Okay. I like the way the chart looks. Unfortunately, it's a no. I don't do monthly options. Okay. Now, think of it this way. You have an opportunity to do some investing. Well, great. How much time and effort do you want to put into it? A monthly stock, monthly options. Okay. 21 March, 17 April, 16 May, so on and so forth, once a month, which means I can do a covered call once a month. So I'm getting 12 to 24% per year. Yeah, no thank you. I would prefer to do one a week and get 50% to 100% per year. Well, I'm retired. I have the time. And like it says, the 10-minute trader, 10 minutes a day. Yeah, I can do 10 minutes a day. Not a problem. Think of it this way. 10 to 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week, is just a little bit about an hour a week. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, you got $50,000 in your account. 1% of $50,000 is $500. 10 minutes a day for 5 days, that's 50 minutes. Okay, that's about an hour. Okay, 1% of 50,000 is $500. You just made $500 for 1 hour of your time. Now, my accounts are in the hundreds of thousands. So $100,000, 1 hour of my time is worth about $1,000. An hour. Yeah, that works for me. Monthly, I don't do because $1,000 for a month. Yeah, no, thank you. I'd rather get $1,000 a week. Let's keep on keeping on. Randall Ray, I haven't heard from you in a while. Will you continue with Kohl's now that they slashed the dividends? It all depends on the numbers. Okay? Now, interesting thing. I'm not really interested in the dividend. And I don't know why some people don't really recognize this. Kohl's, KSS. Okay, so here's where Kohl's is right now. So at this moment in time, Kohl's is at $9.28. The closest strike price is going to be the $9.50. Okay, the $9.50 is going for 25 cents a share. Now, 25 cents a share on a $9 stock, well, that is over 2.5% for 1 week. So the question is, now I've been following Kohl's long enough as I have a good idea where it's going. Do I really care about the dividend? Yes and no. You are right that they cut the dividend, it should be tossed off the list. It should be. But it's giving me 2% a week. Why would I kick it to the curb? And it always comes down to the numbers. Okay, if you're making 2.5% on Kohl's this week, okay, you buy it at $9.25, you sell it at $9.50, pick up 25 cents, that's 2.5%. Well, a little over 2.5%. All it has to do is just stay where it is, and then just roll it forward. Anyway, it's a numbers game. So it's always going to depend on the numbers, Randall. Calamon Blue Nest. Can you explain better what an option trade is? Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can figure this one out easy. I'm going to give you a metaphor. Hopefully you paid attention in elementary school. You know what a metaphor is. It's like using something to compare to something else. You know, hot as a rock, soft as a pillow, dumb as a stump. You know, those kind of things. Yeah, okay, so here comes the metaphor for a covered call. All right. Now, option trade. Let's say, hypothetically, you have an old car and you got the for sale sign on it. Now you want 10 grand for this car. Yay. Guy down the street named Steve. Steve comes by and says, hey, I like your car. You want 10 grand for it? Cool. Let me give you $100. 10,000 bucks. 1% of 10,000 is $100. Let me give you $100. I will come back on Friday to pick it up. Come back on Friday, I'll give you the 10,000. If I don't come back on Friday, you keep the $100, sell it to someone else on Monday. That's basically it. You're buying a stock, you own the stock. You buy the car, you own the car. You're selling it to someone else at a certain price by a certain date. So Steve comes by and says, hey, I like your car. Let me give you this money. Hold it for me until Friday. I will come back and give you the rest of the money. If I don't, you keep that $100 and then you sell it to someone else on Monday. That is basically what we're doing. We're buying a good company. Right now we got Kohl's up here. I do own some. Okay, I buy some Kohl's. I sell it to someone else for them to buy it from me at a certain price by a certain date. These are the dates right here. These right here, called strike prices. Those are the certain prices. So you pick a price, you pick a date, and then you collect the premium that's attached to it. If that premium is 1% or more, well, that's your trade. Hopefully that explains it. All right, next. T. Did we look at T yet? No, we did not look at T yet. T. Here we go. Ooh, look at that. Okay, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on here? Let's zoom in a little closer. Yeah, no. Up, pull back, up, pull back. Yeah. Not time to buy, in my humble opinion, for me. You guys got to make up your own decisions. Does it make sense? Do you like this company? Well, I love AT&T. But for me, right now, it's not the right time to buy. I'll wait for a couple of days to do this thing, okay? Pulls back, 2 days the upside, then I jump in. I'm just looking for 1%, so 26.75. What is 1% of 26.75? Well, that's 27 cents. Okay, so it goes 26.75 and go up to 27.50. Well, that's $1.25. Did I get my 27 cents? Yeah. I jump in, get out, get my 1%. Done and over with. Hopefully that makes sense. 2 days to the upside, baby. Brandon, that's right. You're welcome. Antoine, glad you liked that one. What do I think about Altria? Oh, man, you know, Altria is just kicking my butt because I did a spread trade on Altria. Okay? at 50. And somebody exercised it. So now I'm short 1,000 shares at $50. But look what happened to the stock. It shot up. Well, I still have to buy 1,000 shares, and I don't want to buy it at 58. I want to buy it when it's back down here at 50. OMG, Altria. Damn that thing. Yep, Brandon, you've actually been watching. Okay. All right, let's keep on keeping on. AMZ. Should we hold off investing this week or wait for a dip? Okay, AMZ, I honestly cannot tell you what to do. Okay? I honestly don't care about a dip. I buy, I sell. I buy, I sell. I never buy something I don't want to hold on to long term. And if the company consistently increases its dividends, I know even if the stock price goes down, I'm going to get a higher dividend. And I can write a covered call every single week off of every position that I have. Yep, Hollywood, how are you doing? Yep, Kohl's did not do too good today. We took a look at it. I still own it. I have no intention on selling for a loss, so I'm okay with it. Okay, Steen Nelson. You want me to take a look at energy stocks? You actually got to give me a ticker symbol. Okay? AMZ, you're new here. And the only reason I can tell you're new here because nobody who has been here long enough will ever suggest me to take a look at SCHD. But for you, I'm going to. And I'm going to pick on you real bad because I can't stand that stock. Because they keep ramming it down people's throats saying, this is great, buy it, buy it, buy it. SCHD. Okay, number one, it is a monthly optionable stock. I don't do monthlies, they just don't pay off. But it actually gets worse. Let's go here, put in SCHD, SCHD. Here's a couple more reasons why I don't like SCHD. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the dividends for SCHD. Whoops. Imagine that. It only goes back to 2012, which means it's only a 13-year-old company. No, I like 20. 2 decades is 20. Okay, so no. But let's take a look at the numbers and let's see how profitable SCHD actually is. You're right, Brandon. But the new dude, AMZ, wants to take a look. Okay, so take a look. 9, 10, 11... 9, 14, 12, 14, 16, 15, 18, 21, 20, 22, 25, 27. Did you notice anything weird about that? It went up, it went down, it went up, it went down. No consistency of profitability whatsoever. But hold on, it actually gets worse. It does. So I'm going to come over here and go to the summary. The summary page will give you a little bit more details on the company. Okay, so when I always say rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand. So hypothetically speaking, if you understand this, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. So Schwab Dividend Equity ETF FCHD, you're basically giving your money to a computer to do it for you. Have you not seen enough movies where computers, screw over man? You got 2001: A Space Odyssey. You got Terminator. What other good movies where the computers overtake and kill man? Anyway, $27.74 is the current price. The yield, 3.49%. 3.49. That's 3.5%. Now, U.S. securities are paying 5%. But no, you want to give your money to a computer. ETF, electronically traded fund. Don't give me that exchange traded fund bullshit. You go to the exchanges, they're all freaking computerized. You're giving your money to a computer to give you 3.5%. Explain to me in a manner which I will understand why you think that's good. 3.5%? Yeah, no. I don't like SCHD, and I don't understand. You know why they do it? Because some people out there, I'm not saying you, but some people out there don't want to invest their own money. They're perfectly happy getting 3.49%. Not me. I can't live off of 3.49%. Can't do it. Okay, 2Z Future, NU. What the heck is NU? Well, let's take a look at NU. NU. New holdings. Interesting. Well, let's see how well they pay off their dividends. NU. Oh, look at that right there. Forward dividend and yield, nothing. EX dividend date, nothing. Earnings per share, 40 cents per share. Okay, that's about 4%. Yeah, no. Sorry. No dividends, no thank you. Brandon, nobody is going to have jobs soon because of computers. Damn shame. Yet stocks are questionable. Bullshit. I hate them. All right. L Link, how you doing? C Money, what's happening? Oh, damn. Bean Girl Alt. Okay, interesting name. Not sure what your parents were thinking at the time. Sure, it makes sense. Cool beans. Isaac, is this Think or Swim? Yes, it is. D-Baba, why the heck is this not done by AI? You have rules. Perfect. I don't trust computers as far as I can throw them. Okay? That's why I could. Yeah, no, thank you. All right? Thoughts on a recession. Everybody else here is reading the same thing. Now they're thinking the same thing. Once you say something, you can never unsay it. Once people are thinking about it, well, they're probably thinking, maybe I should not spend my money. Well, you got to spend your money. Okay? That's how the economy works. You go to work, you make money, you go out and you spend money. You're spending money which someone else is working to get. It's a continuous flow. That's why they call it currency. It keeps moving. If you stop spending, well, yeah, things are just going to go freaking haywire. So I don't even use the word. Where or how can I do this? Mr. Martin, how are you today? Now, Mr. Martin, I do what is called a morning trading group, okay, where we get together and we all trade. We all have the same common goal. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. It's very simple. It is very strategic. We only look at stocks that have consistently increased their payments to their shareholders, which means they're consistently profitable. Now, I do have stuff for sale, Mr. Martin, but I'm not going to sell anything. I'm not going to try to sell you anything. If you want to, DM me with your number. Send me your phone number right up here where it says Dividend Stock Talk. Go there. There's a little envelope there that goes to my email. Send me your number. I will give you a call. We'll chat. It might be for you. It might not be. It's not for everyone. It's slow. It's boring. It's the same stocks over and over and over again. Now, granted, it does make 50% per year. That may thrill you. I don't know. It's going to go down. William, I'm not quite sure what you mean by it's going to go down. Announced tariffs on Canada tomorrow. Okay, William. Now, William, I'm not quite sure how to approach that subject with you. Personally, I think the right hand washes the left hand. If Canada is going to charge U.S. 10% tariffs, well, U.S. should charge Canada 10% tariffs. Now, I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen some of the tariffs Canada charges some U.S. products. Now, with you saying that, I'm pretty sure you haven't seen the same thing I saw. So, yeah, it's called reciprocal tariffs. You charge us 20%, we charge you 20%. That's fair. Okay? I don't understand why people, well, we didn't do it before. That's because it wasn't fair before. All right, anyway, let's keep on going. Mr. Martin, do you need to know where to invest? Robinhood is a good starter exchange. Okay. Now, Trey, we already looked at F. Is there short-term gain risk with assignment? Short-term gain risk. Okay, you got to be more specific with that question. Because what we're looking to do is buy a stock, sell somebody the rights to buy it from us for the exact same price we paid for it. So if I buy something, let's get rid of this thing. I'm tired of looking at that. If I buy NU first thing tomorrow morning at 10.60, the closest strike price is 10.50. Okay? Early assignment means somebody's going to buy that from me at 10.50. Okay, fine. I don't have a problem with that. Okay? Now, it looks as if I'm losing 10 cents, right? If I buy it for 10.60 and I sell it for 10.50, I'm losing 10 cents. You're right. But what you're missing is I'm collecting 44 cents. So in actuality, I'm buying it for 10.60 and I'm selling it for 10.94. So I'm making a profit. Now, profit is profit no matter which way you look at it. And nobody ever went broke taking profits. Free speech and other stuff. Before learning about you, I got assigned 100 shares and the price dropped. So now when I try to sell a covered call, I will not get 1% unless I sell under my break-even point. What would you do? Well, number one, you're going to make your money when you buy, not when you sell. Because if you have a plan. Now, the covered call is a simple strategy. Now, the one we're looking at here is new, NU. The current price, $10.60. So if I buy it at $10.60, well, great. I own it at $10.60. Well, now I have to sell it for more than I paid for it in order to turn a profit. Covered call is you got to choose which one of these makes sense. Let me go over here. Which one of these makes sense? Okay, the 11, I'll pick up 15 cents. Well, that's more than 1%. If the stock goes up, yeah, I make the 15 plus an additional 40. Okay, that works. But what if I did the 10.50? Well, if I'm buying it at 10.60, selling at 10.50, I'm losing 10 cents, right? Yes and no. I'm losing 10 cents on the stock, but I'm gaining 44 cents because of the option. So my effective sale price would be 10.50 plus the 44, 10.94. Purchase price 10.60, sale price 10.94. That's a profit. You always got to keep in mind, what is your intention? Well, my intention here is a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Now, do I make 1% on every single position? No. Some positions I'll make 0.5%. Some I'll make 2, 3, or 4%. But my average week after week after week is over 1%. That's my goal, 1% per week. All right, anyway, let's keep on going. We still got a whole bunch of questions to go, and we're almost at 11 o'clock. If the stock dumps, what do you do with this strategy? We just talked about that a little while ago. Thank you. You're welcome. I keep the stock, I keep collecting dividends, and I keep selling covered calls against it. Granted, I might not make the full 1% second, third, fourth, or fifth week. But is it a good company? Are they consistently profitable? Ooh. What's the YouTube? The YouTube is The 10-Minute Trader. Okay, you can go right up here. Where is it? Where the hell is it? Right there. So you guys can't see it. But in the bio, okay, actually, as a matter of fact, each one of these platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, all of them have a link to my email address, to my website, The 10-Minute Trader. It's all there. Thank you, Laurie. Holy cow, it's 11 o'clock, and we still got 35 questions. Mason Minnie, how are you today? Franny's fine. How you doing, Franny? I wonder what the hell that is. Oh, damn, create. Catherine, WC, how are you? Angie's Angie S. Aripachi. James Greco, how are you doing? XBTCTX. That's a weird name, dude. I don't even know how you pronounce that one. I really don't like the local auto parts business model anymore. Are they profitable? That's a good question. Let's go really quick. Let's go. AAP, Advanced Auto Parts. Get the glasses out for this one. Let's check and see what that says. Summary. Beta, blah, blah, blah. Earnings per share. Ooh, negative 9.8. That's not good. Forward dividend, 2.7. 1 year target. Well, they're currently at 36.50. The 1 year target is 41. Let's go to statistics. Okay, this is one of the benefits of having a financial website. Statistics. What are we looking at? Okay, 2023, 5.5 billion. Then it went to 3.7 billion, then to 2.3 billion, then to 2.8 billion in 24. Currently at 2.1 billion. That's not good. Look at the enterprise value from 8 billion to 7.3 to 5.8, 6.1 to 4. That's going backwards. That's not good. Okay, trailing PE ratio, 170, 175, 174. Price sales, 40, 34, 21, 25, 24. Not good at all. Slowly decreasing. Profit margin, negative. Return on assets. Oh, that sucks. Look at that. Return on assets, 0.15%. That's horrible. Return on equity, negative 25. This is not good. Per share. That's the number you got to keep an eye on. $152 revenue per share. Oh, that's freaking awesome. Gross profit, $3.8 billion. EBITDA is $319 million. Net income, okay. Diluted earnings per share, blah, blah, blah. Total cash, $1.8 billion. Total cash per share, $31 per share. That's how much cash they have. Okay, they have $31.26 per share. That's how much cash they have available. Well, that's pretty good. Look at the book value. The book value is $36.30. The current stock price is $36.58. Now, some of you may not understand that. Some of you may say, what does that mean? Well, let me give you an example. Okay, right now, the book value, if you took everything the company owns and what they owe to other people, you balance it all out, you walk away with $36.30. Well, in my opinion, that's awesome. Let me show you one that you guys, some of you guys out there like, that I don't like. NVDA. NVIDIA. Okay, some of you guys really like NVIDIA. Look, it's at $108 per share. Okay, well, let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, right now the stock is at $109. What is it actually worth? $3.24 a share. If you took everything NVIDIA owns and you subtract everything they owe to people, that means the investors included, okay, $3.24 a share. But a lot of people say, but I like it at $109. Well, Advanced Auto Parts is $36. Their book value is $36. But hold on, this one gets worse. Let's go to historical prices. Okay, dividends only. 1 penny per share. NVIDIA. $109 a share, and it gives you 1 penny per share. Everybody loves NVIDIA. Hold on. Let's go back to Advanced Auto Parts. AAP. $36 a share, and they're giving you 25 cents a share in a dividend. Explain to me why more people like NVIDIA than those that like Advanced Auto Parts. You get a higher dividend. The book value is dollar for dollar. Okay, NVIDIA, they have a 1 cent dividend and a $3.74. Yeah, no. So you got to look at the numbers. Does the numbers make sense? So in this instance, when you ask, you don't like the auto parts, yeah, I get it. Okay, they're not what they used to be, but they're still beating some companies. Take a look at the numbers. What are the numbers telling you? Let's keep going. Muffin Zone. Never seen someone so into TV Guide channel. Muffin Zone, I have no idea what that means, but okay. Adam Stoker, how are you today? Shokat Usman, interesting name. How are you today? Johnny Dill, Congress will be done dumping their stocks, heading to the hiding spot to escape prison. Yeah, probably. Or I was listening to Kenny G. I was just listening to Alexa. Okay, some smooth jazz. Richard Harper, how are you today?
On Amazon Music.
Okay, Alexa off. Get me in trouble. Because it's okay to listen to music, but you can't listen to music that's easily recognizable, because then you get copyright infringements, and that's never a good thing. Okay, so Richard Harper. So you're talking about option trading. Yes, I am. Chitty. Ifresrial. Okay, interesting name. Mr. Martin, thank you. D. DeJusty? T. DeJusty. I don't know if I pronounced that right. What platform is that? That is Think or Swim. Hello from Jennifer. How are you, Jennifer? Richard Harper, only selling the option. You're absolutely right. I don't buy options. I only sell them. Have a good night. Time to get some sleep. Calaman Blue, you have a good night. David wants to take a look at Riley. Michael Dean. How are you doing, Michael Dean? What is your Insta ID? Okay, Mag, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, my Instagram ID. Instagram, the 10-minute trader. Okay, all my stuff is basically the same. The 10-minute trader and dividend stock talk. You can just Google me and you will see I got a bunch of shit everywhere. I've been online since the 90s. Okay, I remember 256K modem, dial-up crap. Yeah, I remember that. I've been here for a long time. Okay, so David wants to take a look at Riley. R-I-L-Y, Riley. Now, I do own some Riley. Now, Riley is one of those interesting companies that I would feel really bad if I bought Riley at the high at $40, because now it's at $4.37. Okay, this is one of those instances. Never buy something you're not okay with owning. Now, I'm okay because I have it down here. This baby dropped here. I jumped in down here. So I've been trading Riley for a couple of months now. And it's giving me a nice return. All right, so a year ago, we're at $22.94. You get a double top. That was the end of April at $40. And then she drops, big drop, from 18 all the way down to the 4 or 5 area. And it's been here for quite a while. Look at the last 90 days. It's the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look, it's going sideways, drop, shoot up, and back down again. Okay, so we're at 437. So 437, we're in a downturn right now. Not a great time to jump in. But if you own it, what are you going to do? All right, David, let's keep on keeping on. Clinch. What indicators or algo? Yeah, my indicators are two of them. Consistency of profitability and weekly options. This is for people that should not play if they don't want in the money or out of the money. Okay. I like at the money. Okay. Mag. What's happening, Mag? Mag 3690. There you go. Uriel Herrera. Interesting. Sin. What's happening? John Harrington. How are you doing today? Alejandro La Guardia. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? ¿Está bien? Irizo. Back again. Cool beans. New record lows. Acrid boomstick. Okay. Acrid boomstick. Interesting name. Lunar. L-U-N-R. Well, let's take a look at that one. L-U-N-R. L-U-N-R. All right, so Lunar, I'm going to say no to right off the bat. Look at this. Your 30-day high here at 22. It's just dropping, dropping, dropping. Now we're at 648. Okay, something I'd like to take a look at next week as soon as she finds the bottom. Because right now she's looking for the bottom. It's called bottom fishing. Until it finds the bottom, turns around, goes back up, just keep an eye on it. That's it. I'm going to write that down for next week. Lunar. Wandering Jew. You know what's interesting? The Wandering Jew. There's a plant called the Wandering Jew. I have a whole shitload. Dark green, light green, purple, and lavender. Really cool leaves. The Wandering Jew. I'm pretty sure that's not where you got it from. Hot form. When can we chat? Hypothetically speaking, if you signed up, I will get your email saying that you signed up, and we'll chat in the mornings. So I'll send you a link tonight, and in the morning, we'll sit and chat. Free speech and other stuff. I hear you dropping some Spanish. Can you also say a few things in German? Was ist los? Was ist los? Das Bedanya. Nope, that's Russian. My best friend was German, and him and his mother would always speak German. So the only words I know are usually not the ones I should repeat. Costco. Okay, so Joa Galagos wants to take a look at Costco, and he did say please. Okay, Costco. Whoops, C-O-S-T. Okay, so here's Costco. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah. This is on its way down at the moment. It's not something I want to jump into at this moment in time. You got your high here. Got you a little bit of a profit taking. And for some strange reason or another, it made this big drop. So I'm not quite sure what it is you want to look at. Because I like to do trades that are comfortable for me. $1,000 a share is not comfortable for me. So here's an interesting question for you. If you're buying Costco at $930 a share, okay, fine. You make 1, 2, 10, 5%, whatever you make, fine. I can do the exact same thing on a $5, $10, $20, $30 stock. So $30 to zero is a shorter fall. But $1,000 to zero, that's a long drop. That's an uncomfortable long drop. Okay? So Juice Master and who's that one? Holo Gallo? Okay, whatever. I can't read that name. Where are we? Ooh, wow, we're way up here. Wow, I have all these questions I've missed. A lot of questions. I really don't like... Okay, we already did that one. Okay, did that. Talking about training, option training, yep. Harbor only selling options, yep. This is for people who should not play, okay. Did that one. New record lows, did that one. Hey, I filled up, got that one. TEM, got that one. Costco, please, we just did that one. Quantum Computer, HJ. You actually got to give me the ticker symbol before I can say no. The only reason I'm saying that, HJ, is because I want 2 decades, 20 years of consistent profitability. If quantum computing has 20 years of constant profitability, I haven't heard of it yet. Brandon, we already did Macy's. Has 3 up days, but then 1 downward. Yeah, say, Brandon, we already did Macy's. Okay, Macy's right here. It's got a new low of the year, which is right here. 3 days to the upside, 1, 2, 3. And today was a pullback. Look at the numbers. Okay, the bottom $12.50, the top $14.50. That's a $2. That's a $2 increase from here to here. That's more than 15%. Well, more than 15%. Yeah, there's going to be profit taking, and there was today. So now we're looking for another new bottom. It's always about the numbers. Okay, see the big drop here from 16 down to $12.50. That's a $4 drop. That's a 25% drop. Yeah, and then she shoots up 15%. Now she's coming back down again. It's always about the numbers. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I love Macy's. I really do. It was one of my best performers last year. Do you think a significant drop is likely? Okay, ECAP, it depends on which company you're talking about. Because we're taking a look at some companies. Take a look at Macy's, for instance. Okay, the high of the year for Macy's is 22. Okay, the low of the year for Macy's is 12. Well, that's like a 45% drop. A lot of companies that we are investing in already had a 30 to 40 to 50 to 60% drop. So can it keep going lower? Yeah, it can. But is it likely to go lower than 50%? Don't know. Sandy, how are you today? Intel, we didn't look at Intel, but we already looked at Kohl's. Okay, Sandy, we looked at Kohl's already, but we haven't looked at Intel. So let's take a look at Intel for Miss Sandy. INTC, Intel, yay! Ugh, it's down. It is what it is. Now, talking about losing, okay, the high of the year is 45. Well, look where the bottom is, 19. Well, that's a 50% drop. And we're still trading with Intel, even though it's lost 50% of its value. Okay, I don't have a problem with Intel. I actually still own some at the moment. I don't know what the price is at the moment, but I do own some. All right. Okay, the high of the year was a year ago. It got a double high at 45.34. And that was a year ago. She drops, goes sideways, big drop, sideways again, shoots up and pulls back. All right, so the last 90 days, right about there. Okay, so here's the last 90 days. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the movement. Sideways, up, down. Okay, it's still coming down until it finds the bottom. Let's look at the last 30 days. Because the last 30 days gives us a good idea of what can we expect next week. Well, 30 days ago, we're at 22. We shoot up to 27.50, which is a $5 increase. Now, a $5 increase on a $22 stock is 20%. She shoots up 20%. Now we're at 27.50. Well, she drops, a little bit of retracement, drops again. Now we have a new bottom in the $18 area. Okay, I'm going to keep my eye on Intel. Well, I already own some, but I'm going to write it down. It's already written down for next week because we've seen this one yesterday. But as soon as she finds the bottom, well, I want to go jump in and take it for a ride once it finds the bottom. What do you think, Sandy? Think that's a good idea? Wait to find the bottom, then jump in? George, how are you today? BB, what's happening? R. Juve. Okay. The Wandering Jew. Margin call. Yes, I got a margin call today. $1,800. Is what it is. You play the game. Okay. You have to be ready to play the game if you're playing the game. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Stranger in the Sky. Good evening to you. Okay, New Jersey wants to take a look at Mara. M-A-R-A. All right, so Mara's down also. Okay, quick. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Sideways, up, down. 13.30 is the current price. The 13 is going for $1. That's nice. The 13.50 is going for 82. Well, that's next week. What is this week going for? Is there any money this week? 13 is 71. That's nice. The 13.50 is 45. Well, both of those are over 2%. But Mara doesn't have any dividends, so why are we looking at it? Well, because somebody introduced that to us, and it just keeps working out nicely. But here's the thing. Do you like it? And look at where it is now. Look at the last 30 days. Here's our 30-day high, about 4 weeks ago. She drops, shoots up, goes from 12 to 16. Profit taken, of course. Okay, if you see 25% in 2 weeks and you don't take it, that's your own damn fault. It's not a profit until you take it. I get 3 sayings. Number 1, it's not a profit until you take it. Number 2, it's taken away from you. Okay? Stock goes up, you don't take your profits, it comes down. Stock goes up, you don't take your profits, it comes. Well, this is the only trading that I do. I'm looking for the simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% a week. I'm perfectly okay with 1% a week. I do not want to sit in front of my computer all day long. I'm on for about an hour and a half in the morning. Only because I have about maybe 100 people that actually watch me trade every day. About. Okay, sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. Okay, that's Mara. Next, we got 22 questions still to go. Whoa, polarized Pandad. Why not day trade? 'Cause it's my life and I don't want to day trade. Okay, see, the difference between day trading and having a job, there's no difference whatsoever. You're giving up your time for money. Now, at some point in your life, you're not there yet, because if you were there yet, you wouldn't say something like that. What do I mean, there yet? Well, I'm retired. I've been working since 1973. Basically done and over with. You know, I still work, but I don't get paid anymore because I work for friends, families, and relatives. But why not day trade? Because I don't want to sit in front of my computer all day. I don't. Been there, done that, no desire. Marie, how are you today? You have a question. Let's say if I put in $40 a share, do I have to put in money monthly? I'm not quite sure I understand that. Okay, so Marie, the way investing works is, hold on, Wise Family Living, how are you guys doing today? Nice to see you. Okay, so Marie, let's say I put in $40 a share. Okay, you own it at $40. Now, $40 a share means $40 you get 1 share, $80 you get 2 shares, so on and so forth. Do you have to put in money monthly? No, you do not. Investing is something personal. You decide how much, when, and how often. Wise Family Living, view request. Sent a request to be in your live video. Oh, you know what? Wise Family Living, I have no problem whatsoever inviting you to come in. However, I'm going to say no at this point in time. Reason being is I have no idea who you are. We've never had a conversation before. And I have in the past invited people to speak live, and it just didn't go well. I prefer, if you really want to join me on my live, is to send me your number. I will give you a call. We can chat and see if what you have to contribute is on the same topic. meaning I don't want to talk about Amway. I don't want to talk about NASCAR. I don't want to talk about football. I don't want to talk about politics. I want to talk about investing. I hit button not. Oh, you hit the button not knowing what it was. Don't worry about it. Okay, so Marie, I'm hoping that works out for you. Okay. If you have any questions, Marie, my number is, you can send me a number. We'll give you a call and we can chat. See if this is right for you. It's not right for everyone. Okay, it does take some time. Okay, at first it will take you maybe a half hour because you're coming across a new language. You're coming across something you probably never done before. Because most people don't understand investing for weekly returns as opposed to investing for annual returns. Because all your life you've been talking, oh, what's the annual percentage? How much you paying per year? How much you getting? No, this is weekly. And no, I don't want to do day trading, so no. All right, Rhino Parina. Pariano? I don't know, something like that. Bicky Dillon, how are you doing, Bicky? Xavier Patel, how are you? Nicole, how are you? Nicole wants to take a look at Wally World. Let's take a gander at Wally World, WMT. Now, Wally World is on our list to take a look at next week. Now, Nicole, the reason why it's on our list to take a look at next week, look at this. Here's the high of the year. Here's the low of the year. This is where it was a year ago. This is where it is now. She went sideways, shot up, pulled back right here. I want to keep my eye on this because as soon as she turns around, goes back up, that would be a good deal. In my humble opinion, of course. Okay? 30-day bottom was yesterday. Today was a little bit higher. I like 2 days to the upside to isolate a good opportunity. Okay? 30-day high, 30-day bottom, 1 day of the upside, 2 more days, and then maybe Thursday or Friday it might be a good opportunity. But at 87.44, the 88s are going for 96, which is over 1%. Okay? The 87 is going for 148. I like all those numbers. All those numbers work for me. But not this week. As soon as she finds the bottom, turns around, goes back up, I like 2 days to the upside. We only have one so far. So if tomorrow's an up day, the earliest I would get into it would be Thursday or Friday. But I write it down for next week. I think it's on the list for next week. It's not. Well, it is now. Oh, yes, it is. It's number 5 on the list for next week. But thank you for that question, Nicole. Anthony, what program or website are you using? This is called Think or Swim. It's not a website. It's not a program. It is a trading platform where you go to buy and sell stocks. This just gives me an idea of what I'm looking at. Okay, this is a chart. Tells me what the stock's doing. Up here, if I want to buy it, here's the numbers here. Down here are the options if I want to do a stock option again. I like a trading platform that has everything I want to see in one nice area. This way I don't want to go from one page to the next, to the next, to the next. Because I do trade on Robinhood. One thing I don't like about Robinhood is I have to go from one screen to the next screen to the next screen. And I can't be interrupted because I'm getting older, and the older I get, I got to write shit down. I don't want to have to write shit down. I want to take a look. Okay, there's the high, here's the low. Oh, I like it. 85, let's buy it. And then it automatically pops up, and I just fill in how many I want. Laurie Salando, Think or Swim, thank you. Regina Moore Trojan. How are you doing, Miss Regina? Laurie, Yahoo Finance for the data, thank you. CMCSA, we already looked at that one. Nicole, we already looked at Wally World. Ooh, Popeye wants to look at Clorox CLX. Isn't Clorox a monthly? It is. Terribly sorry, dude. It's a monthly. Oh, roll the dice. How are you tonight? Oracle. ORC. Wait a minute. That's Orchid. No, Orchid's a monthly. Okay. Are you sure K being assigned in the money in Pat short-term tax? Oh, so you're worried about taxes. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Okay? What I always say, if you're worried about taxes, that's kind of like going to a Rolls Royce dealer and asking what kind of gas mileage the car gets. Okay? If you're looking for a Lamborghini, a Maserati, a Rolls Royce, and you ask what the gas mileage is, you can't afford it. If you're investing and you're asking about the taxes, you got your account set up wrong. Okay? Never, ever, ever do anything with your account until you speak with a tax strategist or a tax planner. It is your right to pay the least amount of taxes legally. Okay? It's your right to do that. That big, huge book, that IRS code book, that is specifically designed to show you how to not pay taxes. Okay? If there's a way to not pay taxes, do it. It's right there in the book. Ask them, how do I not pay taxes? Well, fine. Well, you do this, you do this, you do this, and you don't have to pay taxes. It's actually that simple. Well, it's not that simple. It's kind of complicated, but there's a possibility if you're worried about taxes. Okay, Ring Queen, how are you today? Jellyfish, how you doing? JJ, what's happening? Okay, user 656914487763. What a weird name. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure your parents love you. There's a fraud account using your voice on a stream right now. 7 different channels at the moment. Okay, so I'm not quite sure which one it is you're talking about. Okay, is it me talking? Because like I said, I have 7 different channels. Okay, I got 2 TikToks, which should be Dividend Stock Talk here, The 10-Minute Trader on the other website. And then I have 2 YouTube channels, 5 Facebook channels, 1 Instagram, Rumble, a whole bunch. So yeah, I've been here for a while. Energy transfer. Let's take a quick look at energy transfer. ET, energy transfer. Ooh, okay. We're going to pause on energy transfer only because, see this right here? It doesn't take long. Let me go back and see if you can spot it. You ready? Okay, here's the 1-year chart. Ready? The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, sideways, up, down. You see that right there? Yeah, coming down is yeah, it means no. Okay, let's zoom in a little closer and see if you can see it. There's the high right there. Okay, so from the high here, it's dropping, 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 dropping. Bottom was yesterday. Today's 1 day to the upside. Okay, fine. Let's see what happens tomorrow. That would be 2 days to the upside. So energy transfer at 1783, the 18s are going for 16 to 19. Not quite 1% for this week, but for next week, the 18s are going from 32 to 36. Well, that's a 1.5 to 2%. Okay, if you like energy transfer. It's actually that simple. Do I like energy transfer? Am I willing to buy it and hold it until it hits my target? Well, what's my target? Well, 1783. If I buy it at 1783, I want the 18s. And the 18s are going to give me what I want to get. It's all a numbers game. It either makes sense or it doesn't make sense. It's actually that simple. All right, let's keep on going. It's past 11:30. Wise Family Living. Oh, back. Oh, okay, so you're on TikTok and you're on Instagram. Okay. Gail Stencil, how are you today? I don't understand the math behind the 1%. User 656914487746. You don't understand the math behind 1%? Let me see if I can explain it a little bit. Okay? 1%, you take the number and you move the decimal point over 2 places. That's 1%. Give me an example. This current price right here, energy transfer, $17.83. 17.83. $17.83. 1% is 17.8 cents. Okay, it's about 18 cents. Okay, that's 1% of $17 is 17 cents. You just take the decimal point and move it over 2. That's it. Not magic. What's my thoughts on 1.168? I would need a context, because that means absolutely nothing to me without some context to it. Ronnie Ray 64. Good job on the explanation. Thank you very much. Coconut. Thoughts on IREN stock. What the heck is IREN stock? You have to ask me tomorrow. We're past the time taking a look at stocks. So if you want to take a look at IREN stock, we'll look at it tomorrow. Jeter. How are you doing? Flybiter. Delta Airlines. Take a look at it tomorrow. Delta Airlines. Not me getting schooled about SCHD. Cool beans, AMZ. Hey, if you like SCHD, perfectly fine by me. Dre, what's happening? iRobot. Okay. Popeye, DHC, we'll have to look at it tomorrow. AMZ, how about General Electric? I love General Electric. We'll take a look at it tomorrow. The Silver Guy, what's got your eye this week? Ooh, what's got my eye this week? I don't know. You ready for this? Occidental Petroleum, Intel, Macy's, Best Buy, Kohl's, Caterpillar, Ford, Devon Energy, Williams, Nucor, QCOM, Mara, RTX, and Dow, and UNP. Those are what caught my eye this week. CNI, Popeye, we'll take a look at it tomorrow. The Wandering Jew, the S&P will go down 40%. Okay, I don't do the S&P, so I don't really care about it. What if the price rips to the upside? That's a challenge. I roll it forward and wait for it to pull back. Because stocks just don't rip to the upside without a pullback. Okay, stock jumps, there's going to be profit taken, stocks come back down. What's your thoughts on tomorrow's inflation report? Don't pay attention to it. 86, what's happening? This goal is to be called away. Long short, thank you. Like SCH, I don't like SCHC. APA, I like APA, which is Apache, right? Oh, okay. Andrea, APA all the way. Yeah, we'll take a look at that one. Hawkeye Ketchup Company, KHC. We'll take a look at it tomorrow. We're already past that time. Hello from Jennifer. He doesn't like SCHD. It only yields 3.5. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Some people. And, wait a minute, Jennifer. SCHD is also a monthly optional stock and not 20 years old. And the dividends aren't consistently increasing. Oh, hello, Jennifer. I have the Wandering Jew too, purple. I love it. You know, you snap it, pop it in the ground, it just keeps on growing. Ish Libredish. Andrea, I have no idea what that means, but okay. What is a margin call? Oh, my goodness. Okay, New Jersey 78. What is a margin call? Let's hope you'll never find out. What program are you using, please? Anthony, that is Think or Swim. Okay, J. Vargas, VFC, por favor. Maybe tomorrow. We're past 11:30. Ben, should I sell everything? Ben, I have no idea who you are, so I cannot give you information such as that. But Ben, I'll tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. If you want to chat, drop me your phone number. I'll give you a call. We can talk. I'm not going to try to sell you anything because you're a big boy. If you want to buy something, well, you know how to buy it. Okay? William, sell. I have no idea what you want to sell there, William. VFC, Ben, how are you doing? Vargas, Ben. Oh, this is it. We're down to the end. Oh, Garrett, my opinions on Oracle. I love Oracle, I do. But we'll have to take a look at it tomorrow. Steve's Place. What's happening, Steve? Intel. Okay, Jersey. We already looked at Intel. John, 10 minute. I have no idea what that means. Okay, so, Francisco Alexandra, how are you today? ETH, that's Ethereum, which is a cryptocurrency, which you're new here. I don't do cryptocurrency, dividend stocks only. And that is every single question for the day. Yay! Alrighty, so It is Tuesday, the 11th. You guys have a great day. We will talk to you again tomorrow, same time, 9 o'clock to 11:30. Now, I do answer each and every single individual question one at a time. Please only ask the question once, and make sure you do a little bit of research to know that the companies I'm looking for, consistency of profitability and weekly options. That's the only two criteria. Consistency of profitability and weekly options. Dre, good night, and thank you for your knowledge. You are welcome. Have a great night, everyone. Everybody over on Facebook, have a good night. Finish over there. Instagram people, you guys have a nice night. You guys over here on TikTok, have a wonderful evening. We'll see you again tomorrow. And you guys over here on YouTube, have a nice night also.